You got to be committed. Say committed. You have to be determined. Say determined. Yeah, leadership is tough. It's not easy. You got to deal with a lot of issues. And so, one of the other things I like about Bishop Jakes is when he talks about faith, he said you got to have stubborn faith. Say stubborn faith. Oh, you got to be strong. You got to believe to know that God will make a way out of no way, no matter what your challenges are. You got to have stubborn faith. And so, one must have a vision. Say vision. And we all know without vision, the people what? So there are three things I want you to think about. The first is purpose. Say purpose. You got to know your purpose. Why are you here? Anybody know their purpose? Yeah. Why are you here? You got to know your purpose. Say purpose. You got to know what God has in store for you. The other thing I want you to focus on is passion. Say passion. You got to get up every day and do your job. Now, what do I mean by that? You know, how many people have bad days sometimes? Only 3 people? Wow. Bishop, I'm in the wrong place. How many people have bad days? All right. Just want to make sure. So you got to have passion to push your way through the fight to get up every day to do your job. Whether you're a preacher, teacher, entrepreneur, lawyer, doctor, you got to have passion. You already got faith, a strong foundation, but you know your purpose, but you got to have passion. And the other point I want to make as I transition into moving into leadership is power. Say power. How many people know where their power comes from? I'm not going to assume. I know we're in a house with a lot of pastors and ministers, but I'm not going to assume anything. If you know where your power comes from, let's thank God right now. Let's thank Him for 30 seconds. Can you stand on your feet? Stand on your feet and thank God right now for 15 seconds. Let's thank God for His grace. Let's thank the Lord for His mercy. Let's thank Him for His love. Let's thank Him for His forgiveness. Power. Say power. Yeah. Power comes from on high. In Jesus' name. I want to make sure I'm in the right place. You may be seated. Yeah, you know, that's in Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. So you got to understand where your power comes from. And even in 2 Timothy 1:7, it talks about, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So what are you afraid of when it's time to leave? What bothers you? What keeps you up at night? Imagine your life journey. God has brought us a mighty long way, and there will be many peaks and valleys. You know, when I think about the goodness of God, and I think about leadership, I always think about the excuses that I made along the way. When I was thinking about running for mayor, that was a painful process. Pain, thought process. It wasn't easy. As a matter of fact, I was doing some work with Bishop. I was trying to figure out what to do, and I'll never forget it. He invited me to Dallas for Easter. I've never left home for Easter. I was there, had a great time, and sat there with him, and he said, you know, God is working on you. He has something for you. Don't move yet. I'll never forget that. And that's why I want to thank my wife, Cynthia, and my two boys. Thank God for your wives.